really caring much about her for secondaries. Where's her torpedoes? Her torpedoes are right here, and they are 13.5 kilometer range torpedoes, which is like Napoli range. So you play her at long range. You've got the exhaust smoke generator, so you kind of consider her to be a tiny Napoli or mini Napoli, because Napoli, of course, is tier 10. The big difference is she doesn't have the armor plating that the Napoli has at tier 10. That's something that makes the Napoli really special, along with the SAP secondaries. Whereas the Ferruccio, it's more of a light cruiser build. So you've got to be very, very, very careful. HE and SAP are your two shell types, which means you're not really looking for broadside cruisers so much. You will smack destroyers, and you'll do good damage against battleship superstructure and against light cruisers especially. Okay, so that's kind of what you want to be thinking about when you're trying to set up your ship. Hujam says this is his very first game in it. Got it. Let's look at how you spec the ship. So you've got main armaments, engine room protection, aiming systems mod 1, and then propulsion. What's your maneuverability? 6. Perfect. And then you've got spotting aircraft for a plane. Like I said, you've got exhaust smoke generator. You've got Luigi Sansonetti. So you've got grease the gears, gun feeder, eye in the sky, because that synergizes well with spotting aircraft. It's good on Venezia. It's good on Napoli. Wait, does Napoli get spotting aircraft? I can't remember. Adrenaline rush, superintendent, survivability expert, concealment, and top grade gunner. This feels to me like it's your Napoli build. Oh, it's your Venezia. Okay, I was gonna say this feels like it's a Napoli or Venezia build, because the one big thing is you're not running where is it here, heavy HE and SAP. This ship begs for this kind of a skill because it does a lot more damage, but if you're playing her on Napoli and stuff like that, it's probably not. Oh my god. Taro, dude. Happy New Year. It just clicked. Oh my god. Alright, we gotta try to get through this. Holy hell. Taro just gifted 100 subs, everybody. Oh my god. Dude. You mad lad.
Titans 300 a subscription.
It's still going.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Titans 300.
Oh my god. Hero dude. And then let's finish up with signals real quick as the lights flash. We get the Stevie slideshow, 100 pictures of Stevie. Oh my god. We got consumables and speed. And then you've got the smoke booster. Ultra combo! You know what I'm gonna do for the rest? Oh my goodness. I need to go like after this, I'm gonna go get the special stuff. Oh my god. Only subs we like, Snowmonkers is right. Bro, dude. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to like keep it together here. So let's get into your replay, because that gives me something to do and focus on. So Hujam is top tier 5s to 7s. This is a good one for you. Happy New Year to you, Dutch! I know you're in Europe, everybody else in Europe. Happy New Year to all of you guys that are there. Tell him, Turo, dude, yeah, stop bankrupting yourself. Like, please, I hope that you can, this is okay, like, money-wise. Like, this is, dude. I'm not even gonna take the time to go and read all the names. You know what? Maybe I should. I'll do it during the break. In between the replay. I'm gonna read all these names out. But, thank you, dude. Guys, do me a favor. Everybody in stream, do me a favor and just GG Tyrell65 or something. Just be like, thank you. Or, this is above and beyond. This is just... Oh, I'm blown away. Alright, Seychelles, small map. Your top tier. I would go and buddy up with his Nicholas. Let him smoke you first, and then you can use your smoke to get out if you need to. All the people that got a gifted sub would be able to hear you call their name during the ad break. Exactly, Morse Elite. That's a great point. Great point. 6 hours to go for Seas Nuts, 7 hours to go for Moore's Pirates, also 7 hours to go for me too. Thank you, Seas Nuts, for the GG. You don't even know this guy and he's already a legend. You will name your firstborn Taro65. Oh, you're in Ireland! Oh, very nice. Very nice. You have no idea how these guns will perform. You don't like the turret layout on this ship. It's not... The turret layout is interesting, right? Because you've got one stubby gun at the front, and then one at the back, and these are both quads. Now, the rear, I believe, is a 360-degree turret, but the front is definitely not. You have terrible angling angles. Inward you do, though. Cthulhu, 4.5 hours? Where are you that it's 4.5 hours from now? Yeah, PogChamp right there for Taro. Look at that, dude. Taro, man. Oh, you're in Newfoundland. Oh! I didn't realize that they were on a half for time zone. That's interesting. That is awesome. Alright. Dude, pausing it for a sec. Hujam, what are you thinking? You just went broadside to a... Oh, it's a Queen Elizabeth. I thought it was a Julio. Never mind, it's a Queen Elizabeth. I can't... Still, that's a big risk. So this is why I was going back about saying, stick with the Nicholas and stay in his smoke, and then use your smoke to get out of trouble when you need it. Develop, yeah, it's a bad habit. I agree. Taro, you're in Belgium. Okay. Now, Taro, if you don't mind me asking, is it the French part of Belgium? Oh, and you got the Sims. Belgium, if I remember right, there's two parts of Belgium, right? In a sense, there's like the French-speaking portion, and then the Dutch-speaking portion. I know Belgium is like 4 different languages officially, right? Anyway, while he's answering that, farming the queen might as well. You can join. Come on in, of course, Hujam, anytime. I'm here. There's also a chocolate part of Belgium. Yes. Oh, there's Stevie cleaning the no-nos part of Zelda. So cute. Look at this, guys. We got flashing lights to celebrate New Year's. Taro, dude, thank you again so much.
Yeah, you can hear me?
I can, Hujam. Let me turn you up. Oh, I can't. You're at max.
Okay.
Terrorist65 gifted Captain Sanguine.
Yeah, this ship is interesting. I haven't actually played it, but I heard a lot of people say it's like the best ship out of the Salvage event.
Yeah.
As far as playability. And,
yeah.
Okay, here's where I was wondering how the guns are going to work, except the broadside emerald. And yeah, kind of disappointing, actually shattered.
Yep, you did work in Maine and the Virgin Islands. Gotcha. So, why did it shatter? You aimed too low. You aimed like you would do a new, like this was AP shells into a broadside cruiser, and you saw they all shattered. Moore's Pirates.
The emerald, though, it's like very soft, like it's one of the softest ships in the game.
And yet you found the hardest part of the ship to hit with your sap shells. More Pirates. No, these are all pictures and videos of Stevie, who passed just before King of the Sea in October. We had to put him to sleep. He's actually right there in the background. His ashes are up there. So when we do gifted subs, we get a chance to see Stevie again. Emerald's got 50mm belt, and they shattered. 150mm gun, sap shells. Yeah, that makes sense that it would shatter. Oh, is he circling again?
Yeah, he's like, it looks like he's trying to do a torpedo fence, doing the circles.
Yeah, and then he stops and smokes. I'm still amazed that, like, nobody else seems to care that you exist right now. You're sitting... Well, New York's not going to smack. The Queen Elizabeth could shoot you, I suppose.
Yeah. Another shocking thing about the ship is how quickly it accelerates and decelerates. For a cruiser,
Well,
especially a tier 7 cruiser.
If I do remember right, you also ran the propulsion mod, didn't you?
Yes, but
Yeah.
normally it's not this significant how quickly it just changes directions. And I'm pretty impressed. This doesn't feel like I'm playing a tier 7 cruiser at all. It feels like I'm playing something a lot higher. That got just shoved into tier 7.
A little bit low, I think, there for the shot, but yeah, I mean, the Salvage or Victory event, you know, the what was it? Tier 6, the I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. The Greek cruiser. It's a hell of a lot of fun, and it's a good ship. It's yeah, Ellie, thank you. It's like I call it a skill cannon because really good players can make it work, and those who aren't good in it will struggle. And the same thing is the case for the defense, and also for the Ferruccio. So 76mm belt in the middle, which is exactly where he hit with the sap shells. Thank you, Backwards, for checking. I'm loving the pictures of Stevie, by the way, Turo. Thank you again for all the gifted subs, dude. Right at New Year's, you had that thing timed perfectly. This poor Miyoko got caught bow in.
9,612 a subscription. Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Meb 9,612.
Yeah, I don't know what the BBs didn't want to mess with me for some reason. I guess too much dodging at the beginning that just kind of gave up and went for easier targets.
I guess. I mean, there's the Asturias there. You know, you haven't really had to worry. Again, you're top tier though, so that helps. There's the York shooting at you. Sap is good. Yeah, I like the idea of Sap. He'll pen his deck armor and his there it is, yeah. His, whatchamacallit, superstructure.
Already got Senzinity to proc.
Yep, main battery time, reload. Go. Now, you haven't popped your plane yet. I'm guessing that's just because you don't need to shoot at anything?
Yeah, I haven't. The range is pretty good, for at least for this map. I haven't been like having to reach out. I feel like when you start going too far with range on these like small guns, the air drag and
yeah, you
can start aiming like way far ahead.
The reason I'm asking is because I feel like you might be able to tighten up your vertical dispersion a little bit if you did pop your plane on the York, but it's not that big of a deal. Oh god, that Fubu. Wow. There's Stevie and Zelda again playing on the chair, or huddling.
Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Adami 2000.
Yeah, definitely. This chip should be pretty strong and ranked, just for the pop factor on the sap.
Yeah, the only thing about her that holds her back in ranked is she doesn't have the AP for blapping other cruisers.
Right.
But that's about it, really. Otherwise, she's got a lot of tools available. She doesn't have Hydro either, I suppose. When does the German battlecruiser line get good? At tier 7. 8 is kind of a weird feeling. 9 is hella fun. 9 and 10 are glory. 8, like I said, the Zeton feels a little weird, but 7 is good. So now you can just sit back and farm because nobody seems to care that you exist.
Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Chem_Devil.
I mean, I guess it helps that the enemies that you're facing are like tier 5 battleships. So they probably aren't going to hit you anyways, even if they tried. Oh, nice kill on the Fubu. Actually, Koenig just did some decent damage to you with HE.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heinrich and ranked is just chef's kiss backwards.
Terrorist 65 gifted Hello Cthulhu.
Are those your torpedoes? Oh my god, they are. That's the other part, right? Especially at top tier. A lot of these tier 5 have no idea how far your torpedoes reach.
It's a little ridiculous. It's like 13 and a half, I think.
13 and a half, yeah.
74 a subscription. Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Matiazu 74.
It is commander dependent, but I'll tell you what, like, backwards, if you're worried about ranked, I wouldn't. What's you playing at, by the way, right here? I mean, you might as well. He's at the edge, the extreme edge of your range. I'd put the plane up just to get a little bit extra, just to make sure you'll hit him.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Sterix.
But yeah, seriously, it's ranked. Who cares? Just go and play and have fun. If you die in ranked, you don't care. You just go back and do another one.
Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Captain.
I think you're aiming a little bit too close to the Elizabeth. You need to aim more to the right.
Yeah.
Well, backwards, if it causes you to your blood pressure to spike and you to lose your hair, for one, don't unless you've got hair. Unless all your hair is gone. 2, change up your goals, dude. Not about winning. Ranked is not about winning. Ranked is about playing the game in a different set of rules.
Terrorist 65 gifted Captain
Change it up. Think of it that way.
Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Captain Pastowny.
Yeah, more pirates. They do get good. Like I said, tier 9 and 10 are fantastic. The Ruprecht at 9 is hilarious if it's a tier lock situation. Because remember, tier locked like ranked, no subs and no carriers. C is being kept. Now you're responding to this threat. You figure it's the Mutsuki, right? That's in the sea cap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have to turn around and go after that and like abandon that farm in the Queen Elizabeth.
Okay. I like that. I mean, there's no need to keep trying to max long range shoot a ship that's kiting away.
Terrorist 65 gifted John Rickroy a subscription. Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to John Rickroy.
Ranked has 3% lower odds of throwing teammates. There you go. That's the spirit. Minute you saw Schlieffen demonstrated, you knew as a co-op player you had to have her. She is absolutely a very good co-op ship. Now you shot early here before you were detected by ships. Why did you do that? Just because why not?
Oh, I know another really soft shift is that Kotoski.
Got it.
You can probably hit it with AP or a sap from like any direction, and it's going to do a lot of damage on it.
Okay.
65 gifted to Razbalb_ a subscription.
Oh my god, you just sapped Citadel to Kotovsky. What?
That's what I was expecting with this of the Emerald, but I guess the Emerald's actually tougher.
Wow. And the Farragut is... So you smoked because of the...
This is the first time I've seen a Farragut this aggressive in a long time.
Yeah, so you smoked because you wanted the enemy to shoot the Farragut, and essentially? Yeah, and then another Citadel. Wow. Obviously the Mutsuki went to the decap from the north.
Right.
Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Dead Zero Rise _
So, are you going to go chase down that destroyer then, or what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I was turning back around to go for the destroyer and then farm out some of this Barnhorst.
Terrorist 65
get a little bit of the pressure off the Farragut.
Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Florian 2.
Which I don't know why he's torping from that long range, but...
He's also not paying attention to you while you're capping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
65 gifted Benita Azul 98 a
Wow.
subscription. Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Benita Azul
Now,
98.
your build, let me look at your build again. Yeah, you don't have priority targets, so you don't know if people are targeting you or not. He's shooting HE, so whatever.
Terrorist 65 gifted ice.
Oh, you got pushed out of the cap.
Subscription.
Yeah.
Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to icepick_58. Terrorist 65
I guess just
gifted a tier 1 sub
you
to
just keep doing what you're doing, right? Like whatever. If he keeps trying to turn, he's good. There's a, oh my god, he took a torp. I was just gonna mention I would be worried about Torsen the Mutsuki, and then there they are.
Terrorist 65 gifted insane trucker.
Almost right on cue.
Terrorist 65
Right?
gifted a tier 1 sub
Hey
to
Dastins, Happy New Year too. You're surprised Snow Mongoose that Sharn waited so long to score free resets? I mean, yeah, I'm kind of shocked about that too. But he was really looking at that Farragut, and as Hujam said, the Farragut was being very aggressive. Oh, he beached. Oh, he got blown out of the water. Wow.
Terrorist 65 gifted Diesel 6803 a subscription. Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Diesel 6803.
Oh my god, the gifted subs are still rolling through. This is insanity.
Terrorist 65 gifted Jimmy Sticks 11 a subscription. Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Jimmy
Well, this poor Mutsuki, yeah, there he goes. So not bad for a first game, huh? 174,000 damage. Now let's be fair, you were top tier, but damn.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Normally with tier 5s,
gifted
you
Maximus
don't have a lot of hit points to farm that much out of.
Terrorist 65 gifted
You were 1,200 hit point or base XP higher than second place. That is the entire Mutsuki's base XP and then some. Wow. Yeah, Colonel Sanders, solid game. Yeah. I mean, Confederate, Dev Strike, First Blood, and High Caliber for your first game with Luigi Sansonetti at the helm. I mean, wow. Is there anything, Hujam, you want me to highlight in the in these post-battle result screens?
Terrorist 65 gifted their
not really. I mean, I don't know what there is to highlight. It was a kind of unexpected game. Wasn't expected to. First, I wasn't expecting like the other team to run away and actually play defensively, and then kind of farm. Okay. Normally, like some of these low-tier games, especially when it's like 7 to 5, they tend to a lot of rushing in and people dying real fast.
Right. Right. It's a bit of a carry, just a slight carry. You did good. My God.
Terrorist 65 gifted Wings 2,700.
So
a subscription.
Hujam and the rest of chat.
A tier 1 sub to Wings
I'd love a title for this replay. You guys can think of a bit of a carry could be a fun title. There's Stevie and his.
Terrorist 65 gifted Crafty_16 a subscription. Terrorist
65
gifted a tier 1 sub to Crafty_16.
I always had a hard time getting these low tier games getting over 100,000 damage, even with battleships.
Yeah.
Terrorist 65 gifted old man
almost getting almost 200 in this. It's kind of crazy.
Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Old Man Beholder.
I mean, as usual, the right number of circumstances have to come into play, right?
1690 a subscription. Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to spot 1690.
Wow. First time, not lucky but skilled. I like your a bit of a carry. That's very Aussie of you. Like understating it. You are an Aussie. Then you understand what I'm talking about, right? When you understate things. Isn't that an Aussie way?
65 gifted a tier 1 sub to Wolfman.
Right? If something's 3 hours away, you're like, it's just down the road. Where in Oz are you, Colonel Sanders, if you don't mind me asking? I love New Zealand, Australia, all that. Adelaide, okay. My dad was in Melbourne for a while. Just around the corner. Yeah, see, there you go. Exactly. Just around the corner. No problem. That's Stevie at 4 weeks old when we brought him into the house.
KP77 a subscription. Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to unshaven_KP.
Well, Hujam, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than, holy hell, what a game you had.
Yeah, that's why I sent it in. Requested it twice.
So much so that you requested it twice. Hujam's like, y'all need to see this.
Terrorist 65 gifted a tier 1 sub to dare_misanthrop.
Yeah, this is a very good ship, and everyone that said it was probably the best in the salvage event, I wholeheartedly agree.
Terrorist 65 gifted.
Rob, I'm not sure.
I never had games or anything close to this with the Abruzzi. I thought that one was like a little slow and sluggish, but it has that AP on the. This AP is pretty strong, I always thought, but.
Yeah, but Abruzzi lacks in torpedoes, maneuverability.
Right. This is
it
like
doesn't have smoke.
A step above any of the Italian premiums except for Napoli and Paolo, but.
Well, hey, thanks for sending the replay in. I don't know what else there is to talk about.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
I think we'll title it "Bit of a Carry."
Terrorist 65 gifted